For years, businesses focused on selling individual products. A company sold you a phone, a streaming service sold you movies, a retailer sold you clothes, a bank handled your money, everything operated separately. But over the last decade, something major changed across the business world. Companies stopped thinking only about products and started thinking about ecosystems instead. Now businesses want customers connected to multiple services at the same time. Phones connected to apps, apps connected to subscriptions, subscriptions connected to payment systems connected to shopping platforms connected to entertainment services. And the more connected everything becomes, the harder it becomes for customers to leave. That is exactly the point. Because the real reason companies want you inside their ecosystem is simple. Ecosystems create long-term control, predictable revenue, and customer dependence. And in today's economy, that is incredibly valuable. The best example is probably Apple. Apple does not just sell iPhones anymore. The company built an entire ecosystem around the customer. AirPods connect seamlessly to iPhones. MacBooks sync automatically with iPads. Photos, messages, passwords, subscriptions, and payment systems all connect together. The more Apple products someone uses, the more convenient the experience becomes. But there is another side to that convenience. Leaving becomes difficult. Switching to another platform suddenly means losing familiarity, compatibility, stored data, subscriptions, and habits built over years. Businesses love this kind of customer lock-in because once customers are deeply connected to an ecosystem, they are far less likely to leave for competitors. That creates stability, and modern companies are obsessed with stability right now. For years, businesses focused heavily on finding new customers constantly, but attracting new users has become extremely expensive. Advertising costs continue rising. Competition is intense. Consumers switch brands quickly, so companies increasingly prioritize retention instead. They want customers who stay for years, not just one-time buyers. Ecosystems solve that problem perfectly. The more services a customer uses inside one company's system, the more predictable that customer becomes. Amazon understands this extremely well. The company no longer simply sells products online. Amazon built an ecosystem designed to keep customers inside its world as much as possible. Prime shipping, streaming content, music, cloud storage, smart home devices, payment systems, grocery services. The goal is not just selling products anymore. The goal is becoming part of everyday life. Because once customers rely on multiple connected services, leaving feels inconvenient. And inconvenience keeps people loyal. Google operates similarly. Search, Maps, Gmail, Android, YouTube, cloud storage, documents, calendars. Everything connects together into one massive ecosystem. Every service strengthens the others, and every additional connection increases customer dependence. Businesses realize something important. The strongest companies are no longer necessarily the ones with the best individual products. They are often the ones controlling the largest ecosystems. Because ecosystems create recurring revenue. A one-time purchase only generates revenue once. But subscriptions, memberships, app stores, connected services, and digital ecosystems create continuous payments over time. Investors love recurring revenue because it creates predictability. Predictable revenue means safer profits. That is why businesses across nearly every industry are trying to become ecosystem companies. Car companies now push subscription features and connected services. Retailers build membership programs. Gaming companies create online ecosystems with digital purchases. Streaming platforms combine entertainment, sports, music, and shopping into bundled systems. Even fitness equipment companies increasingly rely on subscription ecosystems instead of product sales alone. And artificial intelligence is making ecosystems even more powerful. AI systems improve when companies collect more customer data. The more services customers use inside one ecosystem, the more information businesses gather about habits, preferences, routines, and spending behavior. That data becomes incredibly valuable because data helps companies predict behavior, and prediction helps businesses protect profits. This is one reason companies push accounts, apps, memberships, and loyalty systems so aggressively. Businesses do not just want transactions anymore. They want long-term visibility into customer behavior. The better companies understand users, the easier it becomes to personalize recommendations, shape spending habits, and increase retention. But ecosystems also create pricing power. When customers become deeply dependent on one company's system, businesses gain more freedom to raise prices gradually. Because switching becomes psychologically difficult. A customer fully connected to Apple, Amazon, Google, or Microsoft may dislike price increases, but leaving the ecosystem entirely often feels overwhelming. That gives companies enormous leverage. And businesses know it. This is why many companies intentionally design ecosystems to feel seamless and convenient. Convenience increases dependency. The easier systems work together, the more consumers stay inside them. Streaming services recommend more content. Apps connect automatically. Subscriptions renew invisibly. Devices sync instantly. Every layer of convenience strengthens ecosystem loyalty. At the same time, ecosystems reduce competition. If customers remain trapped inside one system for years, competitors struggle to attract them away. That creates enormous long-term business advantages. And companies increasingly view ecosystems as defensive protection against uncertain economic conditions. Because during difficult economic periods, loyal ecosystem customers are more predictable than casual buyers. Predictability matters more than ever right now. This is why businesses are aggressively pushing bundles too. Phone plans include streaming. Retail memberships include entertainment. Credit cards include travel ecosystems. Companies want consumers tied into as many connected services as possible. The goal is to make leaving feel costly, inconvenient, and emotionally uncomfortable. And perhaps the biggest reason ecosystems became so important is this. Modern businesses no longer want simple customer relationships. They want permanent customer relationships. They do not want consumers occasionally buying products. They want customers continuously connected to systems that generate recurring payments, behavioral data, and long-term dependence. That changes the entire relationship between businesses and consumers. Because companies are no longer competing only to sell better products, they are competing to become the platform customers rely on for everyday life itself. And once a company becomes part of daily routines, habits, entertainment, communication, shopping, and payments, the business gains something far more valuable than a single purchase: control over long-term customer behavior. And that is the real reason companies across America are working so aggressively to pull consumers deeper into their ecosystems.